Hey, how's it going, John? My name is Anthony Costanzo. I'm a digital marketer based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I just came across your website on page two. Thought I'd make you this short video, just introducing myself and giving you a couple tips on why you're not on page one. First off, very nice looking website. I love how you have a quick call to action in the top of your page. Business owners don't understand how important that really is. It's just overall mobile friendly, I could tell, slick looking website. So whoever designed it did a great job, right? So let me show you exactly. So I specialize in SEO, which is ranking your website through the organic section. So if someone types in HVAC Winston-Salem, what comes up here are the paid ads. This is the map section, and this is the organic section. So I specialize in ranking you in the top of the organic and the top of the map section. So for your main keyword, HVAC Winston-Salem, you are actually on page two, I believe. Yep, Aspire Heating and Cooling. So, good job getting to page two, but if you're not on page one, you might as well be on page 10. 95% of people are clicking on page one. So, exactly what is it that you need to do to get on page one? Honestly, it's really not much at this point, right? You made it this far. There's just a couple tweaks, and you'll get there pretty easily. So the first, there's a lot of different aspects that goes into SEO, but there are two main categories, right? And the two categories you should focus on right now is on-page optimization, specifically your on-page content, starting off with your title tags. Title tags is one of the first things Google looks at to see what you do and where you do it. Right here are your title tags, and you have your name and Aspire Heating and Cooling. So what you need to do is change this to your most competitive keyword, which is HVAC Winston-Salem, right? So put HVAC Winston-Salem and then dash Aspire Heating and Cooling, right? That's an easy switch. Just making that change alone can bump up your ranking. After doing that, going into your website, the next thing Google is looking at is the heading of your website. So they're called H1 and H2 tags. So I put you into our system right here. This shows me what your H1 heading is. These are all your H1 headings, which is your slideshow on the top of your page. So what I suggest you do is somewhere in the slideshow, put HVAC Winston-Salem, right? The premier HVAC company in Winston-Salem, something along those lines, right? And it doesn't even need to be in your header or in your slideshow right here. You could even put it down here and make it your header, right? But that's very important that you put HVAC Winston-Salem somewhere on your page and make it your header, because that is the second thing Google is looking at. After you do that, I like at least 1,000 words on your homepage. You have a good amount of content right here. I'd 500 more words. I always tell people, well, the main reason why Wikipedia comes up first for almost any search in Google is because of the amount of unique authoritative content they have relative to that subject, right? So right now you have about 500 words. What I could see here, you got some good keywords in this content, but I would give you at least 500 more, making sure HVAC Winston-Salem is in there a couple more times, right? So that's kind of it for your on-page optimization. There's a lot of other things we could do, but seeing as that you're already on page two, those are really the big steps. Changing your title tags, changing your header, and giving you at least 1,000 words on your homepage. After you did that, then go to your backlinking and your trust flow, right? So what's a backlink? A backlink is anyone else on the web talking about your website. For example, if the Washington Post wrote an article about the best HVAC companies in Winston-Salem, they said go check out Aspire Heating and Cooling. That's someone else on the web talking about your website. Not only is that someone else on the web talking about your website, it's the Washington Post, right? They're very important. They're very established in Google already. So since they're important and they're talking about your website, this is what makes you important and more trusted in Google. So what I did here was I put you in the Majestic. This just shows me how much trust you have within Google. You have a trust flow of 4, which is all right. I like to say anything close to the double digits means your website is pretty trusted. But comparing it to your competitor right here, they only have a trust flow of 5. Logan HVAC, they come up number 1 for HVAC Winston-Salem. So it's not really going to take much to beat them out. And all you would really do is, the cool thing about my company is we have access to hundreds of different blogs across the internet, and they're highly trusted in Google. Some are 25, 35, 45 trust flow. So giving you a couple links from these blogs and linking it to your website, it's really going to shoot you up to page one. Seeing as your competition, there's not really much competition. You're already on page two. So I don't see, really much of a problem getting you to page one in a short amount of time. So that's really it, John. Like I said, change your title tags, the header on your website, the content after that, and then shoot high trusted links to your website, and you will have absolutely no problem getting to page one, and it's definitely going to bring in a lot more business for you. So I appreciate you watching this video. I am based out of Charlotte. If you would like to meet up and talk some more, I would love to help you out, but thanks a lot.